This chapter, the chapter 5, is very important because you need to download the command and run. And the command is exactly follow the sequence, the order of this the textbook. We have a lot of command need to practice. So I highly recommend you to download it and run it because that's the big help for you to understand the SQL language, basic SQL language. So you click on here, download, and choose save. In my case, I save it on the download folder. I choose CIT149, and then I save this zip file. Then I go to that download folder, CIT149. I right click on it. I choose extract all or extract here, and it asks me because I already downloaded, so it is here. You will have this folder. All these files are useful, include this one, the one in the data load folder. But we are going to start from the SQL text1.txt. I recommend you to right click on it, open with Notepad++, because this will give you choose a language for SQL environment, so give you a beautiful environment to let you understand the table. This is the comments. This is not something you need to run, and this is comments as well. If you use Notepad open it, you cannot see the different colors. But if you use Notepad++, you can see this is very easily recognized. Oh, this is comments, and this is comments too, right? Only here is the command. So back to the original chapter objective. For the last few chapters, we talk about the relationship ER model, right? And the tables entity is also called table and the columns. So now we need to create a table and try to insert some data into the table. So how to create a table? The command gave you. This is the create table command. We create a customer table. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. Then we have some constraints, right? The detail is explained in the textbook. I don't want to repeat that, but you can copy. Even I highly recommend you type it. But I know that if I let some student type this one, they're gonna type the whole morning, right? So you can copy it, but before you paste it, you have to make sure show databases semicolon, and you choose a database, use, otherwise you will get complaint, say no database selected, right? I show tables, I don't have anything, then I'm gonna create one. You cannot use control waveform here, it won't work in MySQL environment. You have to right click on paste, then whenever you see a semicolon like this, you have to hit enter to execute it. Query OK, 0 row effect, which means you are OK. You create that table successfully. So let me show tables again. I do have a one table customer. I can, I can create a second table by copy. Like I mentioned, all this is comments. This is a command. Follow the textbook. You can copy this one, you paste from here, you hit enter, you create another table. How do I prove I have another table? Yes, I have two tables, right? And you can create a third table. By the way, what I fixed the SQL command compared with the Oracle version. See the data type, we don't have numbers in MySQL, and we use integer, we use decimal instead of number for Oracle. And also the date format, we use this format in MySQL environment instead of like this December, like this, instead of that format, right? So I changed all this. In other words, all this command works. We run that one already. We create the third table called line table. I paste it, I hit enter, cannot add foreign key constraint. So this give me an error, tell you cannot add foreign key error. Why? Because I need foreign key in this case for product, but I haven't have a product window. See the line, invoice product. Oh, I missed the first few. I need to create the product. I'm sorry. I need to create products table first. In other words, you better follow the order from the file to do it. Okay. The second one. Okay, I'm sorry. You have to follow the order to create a table. Otherwise, some constraint. Like why I have an error? I had an error because I create a foreign key constraint, foreign key reference vendor. But at the time I create this reference, I don't have that table yet. So you cannot create a foreign key. So I have to create the vendor table first, then create this product table. Let me show. Yeah, I have a vendor table already. Then I can create a product table now. Yes. I have the product table, right? If you want to take a look, I start from here. Create custom table and invoice table. That's why I confused. I'm sorry. So in order to take a look the definition, in other words, in order to take a look the structure of the customer table or product table or vendor table, in MySQL environment, we have a command called describe table name. Like if I want to take a look what the vendor table looks like, I can describe. It tell you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a 7 column. The first column called vcode, vname, vcontact, v area code, phone number. This is vendor's information, right? And this is the data type. Same thing. The data type is based on the data type you specified here, like a integer, varchar, char, and so on, right? It gives you the data type, and this column tell you do you allow no value or no. We don't. Key, which one is key? This v code is vendor code is the primary key. Default value is no. Actual we have nothing. So this is the describe command can give you the structure of the table, right? So you can run this command. You can create a customer table and invoice table, which I already have. Show space tables semicolon can show the tables, right? I do have invoice table. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and create a line table. Then I have a line table. We can ignore the index. You can talk about you can read the index part from the textbook, and here is the command to tell you how to create index, right? You can also create index, you can drop index, very easy. Then I want insert something into the vendor. I create a vendor table, but if I select everything from I have an empty set, which means I don't have any record. But if I want to insert something into vendor, this is the insert statement. Insert into vendor value. This order based on the order when you create the vendor. The first value is vcode, vname, vcontact, phone, and so on. So in other words, now if I select from, you can see I have one record, right? I have one record, and you can insert more. You can insert more by copy the command, and I copy two together. Let's try see if I can run two commands together. Yes, I can. I insert another record and I select all from the table. It show me I do have a 2 record. Then you can finish all this insert statement. Oh, this 2 command is insert product from product. So my product have 2 columns. If you do a query, the line wrapped each other, so you can one way you can set property for your window and make it bigger. And another way I prefer is instead of use semicolon, you use backslash uppercase G. It will list all the record like this. This is the first record, this is the second record, right? This is the code, this is the description, this is the date, and the quantity, whatever value in the product. So you can keep running copy and paste the command, right? I recommend you open with Notepad++, so you can see the colored one. This is the command. The green colored is commands. So tell you, explain what you need to do, right? One thing for this one I want to introduce is the commit. The textbook commit talk about, whenever you insert some data that's for some environment, for instance Oracle or Access, it's not final, it's a temporary. You need to save it. How to save it? You need to type commit. But in MySQL environment, we automatically commit the command you typed. We have a global variable to set that. By default, this variable auto commit is 1. Let me show you. Variable name, use at, then AUTOCOMMIT. See, this value auto commit is no. Why it is no? No, you need to use 2 at. So by default, this auto commit, this is something we're gonna learn in detail in the SQL class, CIT170. Auto commit variable have a value 1, which means we automatically commit the command we want. We don't need a variable commit. But drawback is you cannot fall back, right? Whatever command you run, that's final. This is the MySQL environment. If you want to, I want to check, I don't want this auto command. I want to be the same thing, like I need to run the command prompt, and later, if I did something, I can roll back. So if that's the case, you can set the variable to be 0. And now, if you select again, you can see. Did I set? Do I need to use double again? Let me see. Yes, you can set this auto commit to be 0, but I don't recommend it because MySQL set the auto commit to be 1 by default. They have a reason, because if you forget commit prompt, if you set to be 0, if you forget this command, then whatever you did be gone. That's a big loss. For instance, you work the whole morning for the database and everything's gone, right? The rollback don't help us a lot, because when we create a table, when we did something wrong, we can delete that table, we can do it over again. It's very easy, very handy. That's much better than you work the whole morning and you lost your work. So I don't want you to change this one. I don't recommend you change this auto commit variable. But if you do change it, then you need to change it back. Like I need to set this one to be 1 in order to automatically commit what my work. So you can work all the file, and this is update, which is I want to update some value on the product, right? If I want to change some value, I can use update command. You can go to the textbook, see the detailed explanation. So there is no problem for the text one until here. It lets you run script to create PV tables from the create PV table SQL. This is this file. Talking about this file. In order to run this one way you can do copy paste the command, but don't include the comments. This is one way. I'm going to show you this way, and later I can tell you another way. This is two. Yes, I do have a P table and V table. Then I copy the insert command separately to insert the data. And here the data, I change the date to be MySQL version, not from the Oracle version. So you have to be, if you use the data your own download or you from your CD, you need to make sure I insert all the data into the V table. If I select everything from V table, see all the data I had in the V table. Then I'm going to insert data into the P table. Yes, P table. This time instead of use semicolon, I use \G. You can see it display my record like this, right? Display my record like this. I have a total 16 record. That's the table. So that's all the data you need from this file. After you load this data, then you can run the command delete from, which means I delete everything in the product table. You can see before product have this table. If I run delete everything from product table, I select again, I don't have anything, and I delete everything from the vendor table. Why we do the delete? Because we're going to practice later. We're going to insert from a select statement. If you want to learn the detail of this, go to textbook, right? I insert into vendor from whatever data I have from the V table. I just load it from this file, right? From this file, whatever V data, because these two tables are same table. But this is only practice. How do I insert insert into a database table from an existing table, right? If I run this, no, let me select from vendor. Okay. From again, you can see I still all the data V table has, I insert into the vendor table. This is very convenient if you want to load some data from existing table. We do the same thing for product table. Insert into product by select everything from P, because these two tables have the same structure. That's why you can directly load the data. You see that the product table have all the record. Then we already did this to select statement, right? So this is how to practice this one. Then next part, this is another part you need to pay a little attention. That you load everything in this file. This file is underneath date load, this file. How to do that one? The last one for create VP, this two table, I let you copy paste. So there is another easy way to do it, right? No, I'm sorry. Why I closed that file? No, I need to open from Notepad, and I need to set the language to be SQL in order to get the. So this we are going to here. We are load. Where is it? It's here. We need to load the file from here. There is an easy way to do it in MySQL environment. You can use source, uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter, source, and you copy this file's property. This is the path, you copy and paste it here, and you have to specify the name. This is the file name, right? Use source space the file name, and I'm sorry, you have to right click and paste the file name, right? Then you hit enter. All the command inside this file, this file will be executed. It creates so many tables and insert so many data. Once again, I modify the data type from number to decimal, from number to integer, from the download file, and also I modify the date type from the Oracle version to the MySQL format. So if you see the difference, you need to understand this is what I changed. I have to change it, otherwise MySQL don't accept it, right? So after this, you can see so many OK, which means everything I run is good, right? Then I want to make sure it is good. Duplicate, record duplicate. This is something you can, it won't hurt us. Probably you have some data have the same ID. I don't know which one caused that, my problem or the data problem, but that's, like I mentioned, won't hurt anything. Now let me show the tables. I have so many tables, right? And I have all data in the table. Like if I everything from EMP, you see I have all the data to let me perform. I have all the data to let me perform. After you load the data, you don't need to worry about it. Then you need to do copy paste to practice all the other command. See, that's very beautiful. See, this is the command for this one, and this is, I copy this command. Even I highly recommend you type it, but I know that's gonna take you forever, right? So you can copy paste and run it and understand the result, right? I only, like in this one, I only want description, in date, price, and code. In description, in date, price, and code. In other words, in MySQL database environment is very flexible, very convenient for you to retrieve data. So you can run all this query and to understand the topic. It followed exact the order from the textbook. So in other words, you can follow the textbook and run the command one by one to understand how the database works, right? And this part is allowing you to change the table structure. For instance, I have a customer table here, right? But I feel like I need to add more columns. This alter command can help you to do it. Or you feel like the data type is wrong, I need to change it. You can use alter command to do that. Or if you think like I gave the decimal 9, it's too short, I need to give it 11, you can change from the alter command. So you have so many alter command need to do. And here is update command. Feel like I need to change the description of a product. You can use update product, set description equals to new value, and where the code equals to the code you want to change, right? So this is all the command, and I don't want to repeat it again. But one command I do want to demonstrate it is this one. How if I want to create a smaller table and the data is from the existing data table. For instance, I want to create a short table part, and this part table only have a few columns of the product table. I can do this way. I create a part table. I do have a part table. It's here, right? Here. Then I can insert by select data from product. I don't need to manually insert data. See, this is the part table, the data in the part table. It comes from product table. So this is the command, very convenient, and you can practice this. And later, if you feel like I finished everything, I don't want this table anymore, you can drop it. Like the drop table is very easy. Drop table name. The part table is gone, right? You can drop all the tables, like drop P is gone. Drop V is gone. Drop EMP is gone. So all the table is gone. So this is how to practice the SQL command. And don't forget, you have a second SQL command you need to practice. Open with Notepad and set the language to be SQL. But this is, you can see, this is also select. It has some actual like how to select distinct value. How do I use the method, the max method, the minimum method, the sum method, the count method, right? You can copy one by one. But remember, this is a comment. You only need copy this. This is a command. Excuse me. I'm wondering why this one is not green. Oh, okay. If you put multiple minus sign, it can change to be green. When the color change to be green, you feel like a comfortable. This is a command. This is comments, right? You can, yeah. This is group by. Group by means I can group them by a column, right? You can read the detail from the textbook. I don't want to waste your time, but here you can practice all this command. It's very easy. Like I mentioned, if the data is good, the chapter 7 is an easy chapter. But unfortunately, I didn't notice that the data is wrong. This data is based on the, I thought it gave us a MySQL format version, but it isn't. It only have the Oracle version. I'm going to talk to the publisher next year. Hope they can give us a MySQL version command, so we don't need to confused. So that's all I want to share with you, how to work on this command. This is a long chapter, but everything is very easy, very straightforward. It introduces a lot of SQL, and you may not understand. So what you need to do is you copy paste the command, right? And run it to have a direct fitting the command, what the command is and what the result going to be. And in my CIT171 SQL class, you're going to learn very detailed about all this command. You can see this is very important and very useful. Some students, when they finish this class, they feel like, oh my god, I'm ready for work. I'm ready for work on database. It is true. Do you have that feeling? You know how to design database. You know how to design a table. And after you design your table and you know how to create table, insert data, do the selection, use the data, right? And thank you for watching.